Okay, so there is a little bit of an information about a pretty interesting cheese going around. And no, I'm not talking about the food part. Uh, Basically, there is a way how people are technically are able to infinitely stack their troops in order to win the game. And what I mean by that is essentially the idea is because of the way bosses work, right? For example, if you do a regular wave, right, that wave comes and the weeks continue counting. However, once you are fighting a boss wave, and specifically we are looking for the first boss that happens around week 180, when the first boss comes out, right, that boss, it usually doesn't really have that high of a damage, right? But what you can do is, if you don't have any troops and you let that boss hit your castle, you can take a few bits of damage from the boss, but then use buildings to infinitely repair your castle, right? And while repairing your castle, you can start stacking up various upgrades. So for example, you can start upgrading your troops with the hero statue, for example, right? By stacking up a lot of stacks there. Another option, you can start producing a bunch of spells while the repair happens, right? And if you stock up infinitely, I mean, that pretty much guarantees a win as well. Another option, if you wanna use some sort of a king for Leo, for example, every time you use his first skill, you do get permanent morale. So in a way, you can stack pretty much infinite morale and then win by just having way more than you would have if you were just playing regularly. So there's a few different ways of how you can stack it, and for the pairing, there's of course two options. First of all, the tier 2 clay mine. It is mostly used to produce clay for you for the repairs, but if you manage to get an upgrade, it also has the zero waste upgrade, which is 10% chance to repair 1 HP. And the main building for repairing is of course the brick factory, which uses 3 clay, and every 4 seconds it will repair HP, right? So that's pretty much the main way how you can repair it. I'm gonna go with threat level 6. I'm currently just beat it, so we'll see if I can beat it further, right? I'm not gonna go 7 because I don't want to beat a round using a cheese, right? I just want to see if it works, right? Because I haven't used it at all, and see if we are able to make it happen, right? So, okay, at the start of each wave, all your production is slowed by 50% and your troops are 30% slow. I mean, technically, it's sort of a bad thing, but it only lasts 15 seconds and we can just tank the hits for a bit. Though, a start like this, I'm not gonna lie, I'm instantly rerolling, right? Like, I am not gonna play with a start like this. I wanna aim for either getting some starter resources, so water, wood, wheat, or even clay will work. Okay, there we go. I'd say this is a pretty decent start. 2 swordsmen and 100 wheat. Because I am running a instant like starting troop build on here, I would say the 2 swordsmen do complement it pretty well. We're gonna launch another peasant, and what we're gonna do now is, first of all, we're gonna quickly stack up on the water. Remember, we have to pretty much set up the whole production within 180 weeks, right? Because that's how much time we pretty much have to get this going. If we are not able to get it by then, or if we're not able to get it at a sustainable level, unfortunately we will not be able to sustain the damage. And first of all, I just want to see if it even works, right? Okay, so the first thing, what I'm always gonna do as King Leo is, first of all, we're rushing this. And as soon as I get the first upgrade, we are gonna be selling a bunch of loot. So we're getting the upgrade there. Now that I think about it, I could probably rush for the second one, right? I could also do this. We'll get more wood that way. Okay, we're able to deal with the wave, no problems at all, right? As per usual. For these, I mean, I don't like any of them, but I'm gonna take whatever just to get the upgrade. We do want to get some clay mines. First of all, it will start with the upgrades a lot. Okay, you're going the first one, and then we're just gonna pick as much infrastructure as we can. I guess I'll pick you in here because it won't really interfere with you too much. We're not building troops, so we don't care about that. And we're just gonna... I kind of just want to leave it, but I think it can deal with this as well, so let's do this. I don't want to overshoot it too much, right? 10 of each resource. I mean, this will at least allow me to break down that for extra morale, so I'll do that. I'll try to rush 200 wood and wheat. We are able to deal with this wave and probably this wave, so it won't be too much of an issue, I feel. Okay, and continue the production. Actually, while we're at it, we might as well start producing some clay, because that will be needed for the next upgrade. Okay, for the next vision upgrade, I mean. Okay, another troop there. Now we're producing swordsmen, which is pretty cool. A little bit of an upgrade. We should be able... Yeah, we're able to deal with this. As long as they kill the archer, this is free. We're gonna be placing one more of these. Okay, the troops are dead. We are approaching the 200 resource mark. Okay, so let's just kill the troop. We're gonna pick... Sure, let's pick the clay, why not? Let's pick the well, for no reason at all. Now, what I'm gonna do is my special deleting operation. So, as you can see, I always use the advisor that gives me 5 extra... 5 extra trees and 5 extra wheat fields, and the only reason for that is because I can't just delete them for a lot of morale and a lot of extra resources. I always delete the peasant huts. I delete any buildings that I don't actually need to pick up. I always delete the magic schools, and I'm probably gonna delete the second clay mine as well, because I only need one for the upgrade for my vision, right? Okay, so now we have 16 stacks of resources, and what I do with these is, as always, I try to push for either flour or metal, because both of those will sell for 3 gold each. Okay, in this case, I suppose we can just go for the gold. Why not? Flour, more flour, more flour, more flour. Oh my god, look at this flour streak. Oh, flour dragons would be jealous. What is this? No shot. What is this? Oh my god, flour every This is amazing. Okay, wine. We have some... Yeah, let's take some wood. Let's take some wood and let's take some gold. Okay, wow. 720 flour. That is pretty much 2,000 gold. That is fair. That is very fair, I feel like. Okay, let's get rid of that and we'll place a market. Although I could have just placed it there, but whatever. Too late now. We're able to deal with this wave, next wave, and most likely wave after that. So we should be okay there. We have very high morale actually, so it helps with my troop damage. We got 0 metal, we got 720 flour. Makes sense. But yeah, we're gonna rush the first vision upgrade now. I believe the next one needs crops as well, right? Yeah, it does need a few, but it's not too bad. We can actually just place the second one, to be honest. We have enough clay, so yeah, we have the crops. We're getting done with the, what's it called? With the gold. We'll be able to upgrade there, and the next upgrade will be gold only. So that helps us a lot. 700 gold, not difficult at all in my opinion. Okay, and let's do this. Launch another troop. I'm launching pumpkins already, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they're able to deal with that. I am losing a bit of troops, which I'm not a massive fan of, but I mean we can deal with it. Let's... Now I need 100 metal. So if we could just get that. There we go, 60 metal. Let's delete one of those. Oof, we didn't get any metal there. Let us delete. Let's delete that. No metal. Okay, that's okay. So I'm gonna try to, as soon as the clay is done, I'll try to rush the production table. Although no, I don't want to place it there. I wanna places so that both of these are active. So let's actually do this. Oh, but this is bad because this is active. No, let's do it like this then. Yeah, we can do it like this. We'll place this here, and we can place this. So let's just stack some water for now. Yeah, I think that looks good. I am a little bit low on the troops, so my troops are able to deal with this, and until then I do want to have some sort of maybe like troop production going, if possible. Let me boost water by a lot. That would be ideal. Okay, yeah, I mean musketeers are able to deal with these relatively well. More water. Trader, I don't exactly get much from here. Buildings, I don't need any of them. I don't see any like clay increasing, so yeah, not really useful there. We have plenty of water, so we can place the first one here. And now we do need some sort of a troop, because I won't be able to deal with like upcoming waves. So once I set up the prophecy, these troops are not gonna be enough. So I'm probably gonna go my special and go for the goose, right? I feel like tier troops are gonna be the best option regardless, right? Because tier 1 is just way too weak for such a long like difficult run. So yeah, we're just gonna stack gold. We should have the next vision upgrade coming up soon. We are gonna... Honestly, I want to just push for the second one as soon as possible. So let's just do that. There we go. Oh, not this. With this one, let's make more troops. And let's just try to get the ducks as soon as possible. I'm gonna place... Now we can take that wheat field. I do want to stack up a little bit of wheat because I will need it for what's it called, for the duck production. Okay, druids. I never used the druids. Probably not gonna like them either. Never used this either, but this seems like it disappears. Any goose? No goose. Unfortunately, no goose. Fairies, meh. Longbows are pretty cool, but I do need a good tank for them, so... And yeah, this is very expensive to build. Do I gamble the second reroll? I really want to gamble the second reroll, I'm not gonna lie. Or I could just... I mean, I could technically just... you know what? Let's just... I know it's something that you shouldn't do when playing Leo, right? Like, you shouldn't actually disassemble them. You should always go for whatever you get, right? You pick that and just try to upgrade on that. But look, times are desperate, right? I really want my goose because I want to try to get an upgrade on the goose as well. Militia camp, I guess that could be decent tanks, so we might as well take that for now. And yeah, with the rest, we're trying to stack up. I don't want to go too crazy with these stills, so there is 2 building upgrades, which I really like. But will I get goose until then? That's the question. I'm gonna postpone them to there. Yeah, because it's gonna be a big wave, so I don't wanna go too crazy still. So let's make a free wave. We'll try to set ourselves up. Receive troops too. I could get a sawmill as well, but will I need that much wood? Will I need that much wood? You know what? Yeah, it is a free pattern. I'll save it on that. So let's get that. We do have the vision upgrade soon. Perfect. So now we can place the wood here. Stack up some infinite wood, you know. Come on, goose, please. No goose again. I'm gonna recycle until I get goose. The reason for that is I do wanna avoid having a lot of different buildings in the like spawn pool, so that I could maybe push an upgrade. There we go, we got a goose. Now I have to not get any like various buildings until I get this done. What I'm gonna do is, first of all, I'm gonna go one on production because I need to get some proper wheat production going. And for the flour, I'm probably gonna stop for now. Because I do want to upgrade this, and I will need 400 of each resource to get both of them 2 levels up. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to push the goose upgrades. We can remove this. We won't use the clay mine, so we can remove that. Get some loot. Let's take the wood for now. Let's take the grapes. I do need grapes for the what's it called, for the geese. Maybe we can get more grapes. Okay, can we get another goose? I'm recycling, bro. I'm recycling. I don't care. Okay, let's take some wine. I don't like these, but I have already picked the gnomes. We got more flour, sure. Let's try to. Okay, I'm gonna push for the military. I want another goose. Another goose, please. No, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate discarding buildings on Leo. But like, what can I do? What can I realistically do? This is a bit difficult of a wave, you know? You know what? I'm gonna have to, because next wave I should be able to produce. Oh, that was a bad spawn point. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done it way later. I mean, musketeers. Oh, they are dying, you know, they are dying. Goose, please, please, where's the goose? Oh my god, musketeers, can you deal with that? Can you deal with that? You should be able to. Oh, just barely, just barely. Okay, goose training field, yes, 50% cheaper, perfect, that's all I needed. That's all I needed. This, not exactly useful at the moment. Reroll, maybe goose. Oh my, okay, perfect. Okay, I got the double goose upgrades. Now I can actually focus on getting them. So what we need to do is get some grapes. For that, let's do this and get some grapes. No grapes. Okay, one more. Get me some grapes, please. I mean, I do need grapes. Can I get it, I wonder? If I reroll, I can't get it. Okay. Oh, this is such a scuffed build. Week 96, we haven't even begun the production yet, which is a little bit worrying. What we're gonna try to do now is try to get a lot of clay mines going. Right. Well, first of all, I want to try to get some goose going because I need some way to deal with these. Right. Like, they're already like shooting me, which is very problematic, dare I say. I needed to place in a location where these can work still. So I guess that will be it. Okay, please produce them really quick. Our musketeers are gone. Let's wait for them to attack the castle and launch them. This will of course take the sawmill. I can destroy this, get some metal and get some flour. Okay, they're doing some damage. They're not doing a lot of damage, but they are doing damage, so I guess that counts. Plus, oh, we have that upgrade. Okay, so I mean, at least they're not taking damage, which I really like in that situation. Temporary toll, when you deplete, I won't be able to deplete much, so that doesn't matter. Plus, I don't exactly want to spawn any troops whenever I deplete, because remember, when I'm stacking the boss, if I spawn toads, they will technically like have the ability to deplete it. Look at that. Oh, perfect placement there. And there. Oh, but I can't really reach that one. Okay, let me think. So now I have wine. I need clay now. So now we're going for clay production. Let's try to reroll for clay because we need to build it as soon as possible. And for clay, I'll need crops and wood, so we can deal with that, I would say, pretty easily. We have some troops going, which is, I guess, is okay. Okay, so we have, perfect. We have 2 clay mines. Ideally, we want to expand to the 7th slot so that we could get, because I'm thinking 2 slots will be for clay production, for like advanced production, so we could get new clay mines. 2 or 3 of those will have to be brick factories to actually repair the wall. And then we'll have 1 or 2 slots left, and we will need to get some wood and crops so that we can actually build the clay mines. So I do want to have a few of those. So ideally, I would prefer to have 7 slots. And with that, I mean, we have enough flour to level up the gaze again, right? So we're gonna do that. Now I'm gonna go for infrastructure. We're trying to get the, what's it called, the buildings that basically actually do, I can't talk, the buildings that actually repair the walls, right? Okay, these are gonna get rid of these, no problem at all. We don't have it in the building. Here, vineyard, militia cup, no. Damage built by our troops, don't care, and don't really care. I'm gonna keep it for rerolls, I guess. Okay, we're trying to reroll here. We're trying to reroll. We didn't get it. And ideally, I also don't want to pick them because we could technically get an upgrade later on, right? Do I pick or do I not pick? Although, you know what? Concert could help. Concert could help. So I'll pick concert. And we'll see if that helps. Okay, let's generate more infrastructure if possible. I think 3 geese should be enough to deal with this. I'll try to go easy on the wave, but if anything, I'm always like open to building a second one. But we'll see. I think for now, it 2 should be, or like 1 production should be enough. Okay, arena. Arena is good. Arena is pretty good. But do I need it, to be honest? Because, I mean, I am gonna get a lot of morale from just deleting buildings. I'm gonna go for a brick factory. I'm gonna try to go for a brick factory and see if we are able to get that. So fountain, we're gonna delete for now. Get some gold, I guess, because we will want to push that upgrade. These ones, Whipman, I don't know which ones I picked. Okay, we do want the wheat field. Spells, don't really care either. 40 random resources. Sure, I guess. Okay, we'll have to go easy on the waves here. So we're gonna go whatever gives us buildings or resources. We do have a building upgrade. Maybe we can push up the clay mine. Yeah, again, I really don't want to overdo them, to be honest. I really don't want to overdo them. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Stonefade because Stonefade is very slow, so my geese will deal with this and then it can deal with that. There is infrastructure there. There is infrastructure, but I fear that I may not be able to deal with it. So for now, we'll go for this. Get some extra troops. And yeah, try to get, what's it called? Try to get the brick factory going. We are looking for 2, in my opinion. Okay, we got the first brick factory. Perfect. We need another one, and then we can go full production. Boss is coming up pretty soon. 50 more weeks, which is very scary, in my opinion. This is also a little bit scary. They won't wipe those out, I guess. Although I'm not liking how this looks. You know what? Let me do that just so they don't die. I'm not sure if that helps at all. Let's try to produce more troops. 1 geese left. They're not gonna hit each other. What is happening, mate? What is happening? Okay, actually start hitting my building. It's okay, you can start hitting my building. I'll delete them as soon as they start hitting, because I mean, we will repair it eventually. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Another brick factory, perfect. Oh, okay, we can pick whatever then. We can pick this, switch to production, and switch to troops actually. Okay, we have the brick factory, we have the clay mines, we have this. I think 3 clay mines might be the shout. So now what we need is, we need a bit more goose to deal with the waves, I think. Actually, now that I think about it, okay, so they will wipe the bandits. And stove phase is very slow, so I will be able to just reproduce. This could be a bit problematic because of that lizard. This I should wipe. But I do wanna go for one more if possible. And also, what we're gonna do is we need to stack up a lot on wood and we need to stack up a lot on clay so that we can actually place the buildings. Okay, upgrades. Can we get some good upgrades here? I don't like any of these. Okay, I guess we'll go for the wheat. I mean, more wheat, never a bad thing. We can get rid of some starter buildings for now. So yeah, we can get rid of these because we'll get a lot of advanced production, so that's not going to be an issue. We do have quite a bit of iron actually, or whatever it's called. Gold, we do need the gold. Okay, I think now the goal is to sell a lot of flour. We're gonna try to stack some gold and see if we can get the vision upgrade before that. So I'm gonna gamble for geese. I do already have them upgraded, so there's no point in like dodging the actually pickup of these buildings. More flour, perfect. Never too bad to have more gold. Boss is coming up in 3 waves. Looking a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. Come on, one more goose, please. Please, just one more goose. More flour again. What is happening? Okay, wow, we're... Actually, now we're sort of not able to deal with that. It's okay. Let's just do this, no big deal. What was there? Nothing, right? We can place water for now, I guess. Okay, we have some goose. I can let him hit the castle, I think. It's not really... Although I will just launch it, why not? Will they be able to deal with it? No, they won't. So we can start producing this again. I mean, next round will. Any goose? Why am I not getting any goose? What is this? Okay, more gold, perfect. Okay, come here. Start hitting the castle. You're not doing a lot of damage, so that's not a big deal. We'll be able to heal that up easily. Okay, we only have 2 left. That is a bit scary. Okay, so we're doing this. We are doing... What else? We need gold. We need one more goose. And we need to actually build all of this stuff. So we'll need clay. We can produce clay with this. We have plenty of wheat and we have plenty of wood for that. So yeah, we're just hoping for one more goose. Do I need actually? If it can deal with that, if you think about it. Okay, we do have the one more goose. Okay, perfect. So let's do... Yeah, we're gonna do this. So we're gonna move this and put another goose in there. We're gonna create a few more gooses. Those wipe the backline, perfect. Let's just launch them, why not? There we go. Okay, so these goose will be able to deal with it now, right? Next wave, super easy, right? So I don't want to have too many geese though. That's the thing. I don't exactly want them to excel too much. Okay, now, so we can start building the final setup, I think. So we have 3 of these. I want to dedicate 2 of them to brick factory, I think. And Ooh, I think this will have to be like the setup of the tiles. I do have 2 of these, which I can spend as well. We can move this for now. We'll keep... We don't need the research tables to be boosted. We don't need them to be boosted at all, to be honest. So what I will do is... We'll move... You know what? Let's just move them for now. I'm like gonna reorganize everything anyway, so... We're gonna do these here for now. I'll move the market away once we have 1.1k, because we should be able to get 1.1k until this happens. And now we have to put up clay production, brick factory. So now I'm producing... Well, let me just see how fast they are. They heal 1 HP each. Okay, that is a little bit on the slower side, but I think we should be okay. We'll get rid of the market. We'll place another brick factory there. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. We'll place another brick factory there. We'll place a 3rd clay mine somewhere here. Oh, but then I need to produce these as well. I do need to have at least 1 research table, because I'll need to upkeep the clay production, and I will eventually need to upkeep the wood and wheat production, right? So let's keep this for now, and as soon as I get 1.1k gold, I will switch it out, right? Let's actually put that up there. Okay, we are repairing the walls. Unfortunately, I won't get the upgrades, which just sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, let's not overshoot the gold, right? I want to actually be on the exact amount, because I do need a precious real estate there. So, okay, so we wiped the wave, 10 waves left. Can we get something useful from the trader here? We do have another clay mine, which could help. Oh my, we actually got it. We actually got it. Clay mine, 10% chance to repair 1 HP. Yeah, we actually got super lucky. The problem is we won't have any Denari, so we're sort of like at RNG's blessing there. Okay, boom, 7th upgrade. Ignore this. This will be our final setup. So we need to move 1 production there. We'll see if 1 is enough. If not, I'll have to like switch them around, like do a little bit of production, do a little bit of wood mining, do a bit of this mining. But yeah, next cost. I mean, the cost isn't too high exactly, so that's not too bad. Oh, okay. So, okay, so we need 3 clay every 4 seconds. With 2, it will be 6 clay every 4 seconds, so 1.5 clay per second. And this produces 2 clay per second. So we don't need them boosted. We can have the brick factories boosted. So what I'll do is I'll switch this and this. Now we have 2 boosted factories. We have 1 boosted clay factory. Actually, we're okay with 2 clay factories now that I think about it. So we can have this as a setup. This will be for wood. This will be for wheat. This will be for getting extra clay mines. Or I could also place that. But, oh, I didn't think about that. You know what? Let's actually do that, and let's place concert hall. That way, 20% extra boost to all the speed, right? Yeah, let's try that. I think that's the shout here. Okay, something broke there. We filled, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, we got that. Concert hall. Do I need anything else? Do I need gold for anything else? It would be nice to have it for this, to be honest. Do I go for the extra 100? Do I have enough time for extra 100? What broke here? Okay, I'm placing the concert here. This will make this work faster. and we need 150. Okay, we have 150. Perfect. We do this. Now, actually, I can't just place it here. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay. The boss is coming, right? I have to make sure that I don't actually kill the boss. So if I do find myself doing too much damage, what I'll do is I'll actually then move my troops. But this is the moment of truth. Okay, so we move this here. We proceed with infrastructure. This one will rotate between sawmill and wheat field, right? So this should be enough because these don't exactly cost a lot, so it will be more than enough. Concert for faster working, and yeah. Okay, so I want to deal with the lizards, and once I'm dealt with the lizards, I will remove my troops. Okay, perfect. I'm removing my troops. Dismiss, dismiss. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, we have 2 brick factories. Healing for 1 HP every 4 seconds. So basically 2 HP every 4 seconds. We have clay factories that have a 10% chance to heal as well, and we have 2 of those. Production for more clay, concert hall, and wheat field. Can we... Wait, I just realized. Oh, there's one of those. Oh no. Oh, please tell me you're able to deal with that. Oh, you're not. You're not. Oh, you're not. Oh, that is bad. Oh, I really need you to kill that. Oh, no, he's not able to. Oh, I screwed up a bit. I screwed up a bit. Oh, I screwed up badly. Okay. Emergency plan. Emergency chicken. Goose. I need you to kill that. I need you to kill that. I need you to really kill that, mate. Please. Please. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. We remove these. Never happened, right? We've never seen those. Are we able to sustain? Okay, let's see. Are we able to sustain? Yeah, I think there's a bit of RNG happening. I think you may not be able to sustain with 2 factories without the clay RNG. But with the clay RNG, I think it's definitely possible. I don't know actually. I think you may have to rotate maybe a 3rd factory here. Yeah, I think you may have to rotate a 3rd factory. But look at this. Now what's happening, right? As the HP remains somewhat safe, right? What we're doing is we are getting more buildings, right? And we don't actually need all of these buildings. So what I can do is, boom, every time I destroy a building, I'll get 4 morale at the moment, and I'll be getting a lot of resources, right? And usually, actually, now that I think about it, I may not even need this, because I will just be getting morale, and I will be getting some resources that I can just use for this, right? So if I just keep picking wheat, and if I can just keep picking wood, I will be able to sustain that. So I don't really even need this, now that I think about it. And I could place a 3rd factory, I guess. Or for more stacking, I could place that. So I'm gonna experiment. I'll place a 2nd factory. What I wanna do as well is I'll try to get a 3rd. What's it called? A 3rd brick factory going. And see. Also, I wanna watch my clay counts. So we're sitting 690, right? Is 690 stable? Is 690 stable enough? HP seems to be stable. Yeah, clay is stable if we use 2 brick factories. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty stable, right? So far it's looking pretty stable. So let's see if we can get... no, unfortunately we didn't get it. So, I mean, hey, even if you don't get it, right? 3 building to destroy, you get more resources. I'm picking wheat because wheat I will need for clay, right? And yeah, boss is not getting any damage. Weeks are not moving, which means that we are not actually progressing towards the next one. Okay, we'll take a hospital, right? We're gonna destroy the hospital, stack morale, get some more. I guess, you know what? I could go for gold and actually build that. Build up faster production on this tile, faster production on this tile, right? So yeah, in a way, like especially with King Leo, you are still progressing even without actually doing it. And yeah, what I'm gonna try to do, right, is I'm gonna try to get some gold, get these 2 tiles upgraded. I'm also gonna try to get a 3rd brick factory going, and we'll see what we can make happen. Okay, and here we are. If you're looking at the weak number and at the castle HP, it's probably not a surprise that yes, this indeed works. Since the last time you've seen the build that I have, you may notice that I have managed to upgrade a lot as well. And yeah, what I did is essentially I've made some legendary tiles. I made a few purple tiles, which I later upgraded to legendary. I have some blue tiles. I managed to expand my vision to the maximum level. So yes, you are able to generate gold with the leftover vision spaces as well. From what I found, at 100 morale, 2 brick factories with blue seals plus 2 clay mines with blue seals were enough to upkeep the HP. Of course, now it's much easier because I do have a bunch more morale, and each piece of morale actually boosts my building production as well. So they're working like twice as fast now, if I would guess, right? Because my morale jumped. I started with around like 100, maybe 150 morale or something like that, right? And at the moment, I'm at around 400. As you can see, I can keep building buildings. I can keep getting resources. I can keep building the morale, right? And yeah, not just morale, right? But you can expand in various different ways. As you can see, I managed to farm gold, which means that I was able to essentially, like, I sell a building, I get some, how do you call it? I get some resources from the king, right? Then I can take these resources, I can take gold, for example, I can take metal and then later sell it in the market, right? I can take flour, do the same, right? Sell it in the market later on. If you want to upkeep clay mines, right, you do need some crops and some wood. In a lot of cases, you will be able, if you play Leo King, right, you will be able to just sell some drops and just get a few drops there, right? You can also pick wine because wine gives morale and morale gives more production. So actually using wine will make your buildings work faster as well, right? But yeah, as you can see, you are able to expand pretty easily. I was able to upgrade the vision. I was able to get the King's Haze Monument, which means that I can technically infinitely expand tiles as well. So yeah, my vision increased from 7 to now it is pretty much 9, because if we're not counting this, right, we have 7 vision here and we have 2 vision on the sides. So yeah, I was able to get a lot of different buildings, morale upgrades, lots of different resources. You can see just by clay alone, 2 mines is more than enough to upkeep all of it, right? Once you see that you're getting low on the mines, can easily just go and get some extra resources there, right? I'm just gonna pick whatever, but yeah, you get resources. By the time you get rid of these 2 mines, right, you will probably have like 4 or 5 extra mines ready. So yes, that's not a problem at all, especially at higher levels. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, castle HP same, still at 100. Boss HP is the same, 3690, just as when he started. And yeah, you can easily just start spamming a lot of morale. As you can see, I even have more morale buildings which you can use, like you can get a concert, you can get a tavern, you can expand on a lot of these tiles. Like I got a whole ass fuel pump, so I was able to do a lot of these, right? Like you can speed up production of everything. And yeah, this is sort of like a very AFK friendly strat as well, because at this point, like what I do here, right, you make sure that your clay mines don't like what do you call it? They don't break, right? And even if they do break, you have such a massive clay reserve that it will last you for probably like 10 minutes at least. And yeah, at that point, all you do is like you place a mine, you place a mine. You can place 3 mines, why not? You come here, take the buildings, right? Take the resources, whatever you need in here, and then you can continue just mining and mining and mining, and you will be building a lot of this. Now, here's the deal, right? This is sort of, I mean, it's very clear this isn't an intended mechanic, right? And I do hope that the developers will fix it, because I personally will try to maybe like forward it as a suggestion to them so that they could do some changes. I can see a few different changes. One of them is making boss damage scale with time. So for example, if you see that you're not able to kill the boss in like, let's say 2 minutes, maybe his damage will increase by like 20%, 50% or something like that, so that you're not able to do this stuff infinitely, right? Because if he doesn't have any sort of like scaling, he can just keep hitting, he can just keep building like this. Another option is to keep the weak timer running, right? Like even if he is attacking, this should keep running. Do keep in mind that there's like a very big gap between the boss and the next wave after the boss. So even if you take your time while killing the boss, honestly, you will probably have a lot of time to recover in a lot of cases. Worst case scenario, they can just push the rest of the waves further from the boss, right? So like let the waves keep running, but we can push these by maybe like 20-30 extra weeks, just so people have enough time to recover after the boss, right? So yeah, it's like a fun gimmick. I don't intend to use it to actually beat stages. Like I will be surrendering this run. I don't want to beat a stage by doing this, but this is just like a fun experiment that honestly, I mean, if you want to use, feel free, but do keep in mind that if you're using this, it is sort of like a bug / exploit, right? I know people like are editing saves already, so I mean, it's no worse than that, but yeah, I mean, it was fun to try it out. I can confirm that it certainly works, right? It does work as described, and yeah, as you can see, you can easily infinitely build a lot of resources, easily expand your kingdom, build up your morale, and yeah, you'll be able to, honestly, with given enough time, you will be able to beat probably even threat level 10 with this, right? But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna reach morale 500 and we're gonna end it there. I'm gonna surrender the run. And yeah, that was pretty fun. Interesting little experiment, but yes, this boss definitely needs higher damage. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Yeah. Shout out to whoever sent like the strategy. I saw it on Discord. Like, it's definitely not my strategy. I just saw it and I thought that it would be a fun experiment to try it out. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and peace.